Listen to me carefully. Your body was not designed for weakness. It was not created to quit early. It was not built to feel tired when life is calling you to perform, to love, to lead, to live with fire. Yet so many people wake up exhausted. Their energy fades before the day even begins. Their passion dims. Their confidence weakens. And when the moment comes to show strength, stamina, and presence, they feel drained. But what if the solution isn't complicated? What if power doesn't come from expensive pills, artificial stimulants, or secret formulas hidden behind fancy labels? What if it starts with something simple, something natural, something already in your kitchen? Ginger. Lemon. 2 ingredients, 1 powerful message. Your vitality is in your hands. Ginger is fire. It awakens your circulation. It stimulates your blood flow. It heats your body from within and reminds every cell that it is alive. It is nature's spark plug, igniting metabolism, sharpening focus, and fueling endurance. Lemon is clarity. It cleanses, it restores balance, it strengthens your immune system and floods your body with vitamin C, supporting resilience and recovery. It cuts through fatigue the way sunlight cuts through darkness, and when you combine fire with clarity, you create energy with direction, you create stamina with purpose. But understand this is not just about 3 hours in bed. This is about 3 hours of strength in life, 3 hours of focus when others are distracted, 3 hours of discipline when others surrender, 3 hours of passion when others fade. Endurance is not only physical, it is mental, it is emotional, it is spiritual. When your circulation improves, your confidence rises. When your digestion strengthens, your mood stabilizes. When your body feels powerful, your mind follows, you walk differently, you speak differently, you carry yourself with certainty. And here is the truth most people avoid. Fatigue is often a signal. It tells you that you have neglected your body. It tells you that stress, poor nutrition, lack of movement, and negative thinking have slowly drained your power. But the moment you decide to nourish yourself intentionally, everything shifts. A warm glass of ginger and lemon in the morning is more than a drink. It is a declaration. It says, I choose strength. It says, I respect my body. It says, I will not accept weakness as my normal. Imagine feeling light yet powerful. Imagine stamina that doesn't collapse after minutes. Imagine waking up with energy instead of excuses. This is not magic. It is consistency. Drink it daily. Move your body daily. Breathe deeply daily. Think powerfully daily. Because true endurance is built in small, repeated actions. Your body responds to what you feed it. Feed it fire. Your mind responds to what you believe. Believe in power. Your life responds to what you demand. Demand excellence. Stop searching for shortcuts. Stop waiting for a miracle. Stop doubting your natural strength. You are not tired because you are old. You are tired because you have not activated your potential. Start today. Boil the water. Grate the ginger. Squeeze the lemon. Drink it with intention. Then step into your day and into your relationships with presence, endurance, and confidence. Don't just wish for stamina, build it. Don't just hope for vitality, create it. Your energy is your responsibility. Your strength is your choice. Your performance in life and in love is in your control. Stand up. Take action. Nourish your body. Train your mind. Commit to daily discipline. And show the world and yourself what unstoppable really looks like. What if I told you the reason you feel drained isn't because you lack ability, but because you haven't ignited your internal fire yet? Most people walk around with potential locked inside them like a furnace that was never switched on. They blame age, they blame stress, they blame circumstances, but the truth is simpler and more powerful. Energy must be activated. Ginger represents that activation. It is heat, it is movement, it is stimulation. The moment that warmth enters your system, circulation begins to rise, blood starts flowing with more intensity, oxygen travels faster, and your body shifts from sluggish to alert. Think about that. One deliberate action can send a signal to every cell, wake up. But here's the deeper truth, this is not just about physical warmth. It's about psychological ignition. When you choose something strong, natural, and intentional first thing in your day, you send a message to your mind, I am in control. That mindset alone changes posture, tone of voice, eye contact, and performance. Energy is contagious, and it begins internally before it ever shows externally. Have you ever noticed how powerful you feel when your body feels warm and alive instead of cold and heavy? That sensation is not accidental. Heat increases readiness, it prepares you for action, it sharpens reflexes. It fuels endurance, and when circulation improves, stamina follows. The real question is this: are you willing to stop living in idle mode? Because ignition requires decision, it requires consistency, it requires you to stop waiting for motivation and start creating it. Fire does not appear by accident. It is sparked intentionally, and once it burns, everything about you changes: your pace, your confidence, your presence, your power. What if your fatigue isn't from doing too much, but from carrying too much inside? What if the heaviness you feel has less to do with age and more to do with accumulation? Toxins, stress, processed foods, negative thoughts, they stack up silently, and slowly your system becomes overloaded. Your digestion slows, your mind fogs, your energy dips. You don't feel weak, just not sharp, not clear, not fully alive. This is where cleansing becomes power. Lemon is more than a fruit, it is reset, it is renewal. It is a sharp, vibrant signal to your body that it's time to clear the path. The natural acidity stimulates digestion, encourages detox pathways, and supports hydration at a cellular level. And when hydration improves, everything improves: circulation, focus, mood, stamina. Think about how you feel after drinking something fresh and clean versus something heavy and artificial. There is lightness, there is alertness, there is clarity. That clarity is not just physical, it's mental. When your gut feels balanced, your brain performs better. When your internal system is not fighting inflammation or sluggish digestion, it can redirect energy towards strength and endurance. Here's the hook: you cannot perform at a high level with a clogged system. You cannot expect peak stamina while ignoring internal balance. Cleansing is not about extreme diets or punishment. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to function the way it was designed to function. And when you consistently support your body with something as simple and powerful as lemon, you begin to feel lighter, sharper, more in control, and that feeling changes how you move, how you think, and how long you can sustain your energy without fading. Let me challenge you with something uncomfortable. What if the real reason your stamina collapses isn't lack of strength, but lack of decision? Endurance is not a gift given to the lucky. It is a habit built by the disciplined, and most people quit long before their body actually needs to. You don't wake up one day with unstoppable energy. You build it, one choice at a time, one morning at a time. One disciplined action repeated when you don't feel like it. Here's the truth nobody tells you: your body adapts to the standards you set. If you constantly stop when things feel slightly uncomfortable, your threshold shrinks. But if you push just a little further each day, your capacity expands. Stamina is elastic. It stretches when challenged. Think about athletes. Think about high performers. Do they rely on motivation? No, they rely on routine. They show up whether they feel inspired or not. They train whether it's convenient or not, and that daily decision compounds into extraordinary endurance. Now ask yourself, what are you practicing daily? Fatigue or resilience? Excuses or consistency? Because your daily rituals are shaping your energy levels more than you realize. The small habits you repeat are either building your stamina or draining it. When you start your day with intention, when you fuel your body consciously, when you move even slightly beyond comfort, you send a signal, I am increasing my capacity. And capacity is power. The more you train your system to sustain effort, the longer you can perform without fading. Endurance is not dramatic, it is quiet, it is repetitive. It is built in moments when nobody is watching, when quitting would be easy, when delaying would be comfortable, but you choose action anyway. Have you ever noticed how different you think when your body feels strong? How your decisions become sharper, your voice becomes firmer, your posture changes without you even trying. That is not coincidence, that is connection. Your body and your mind are not separate systems working independently, they are partners. And when one rises, the other follows. Most people try to fix mental fatigue with motivation alone. They read quotes, they watch videos, they try to think positive. But if the body is sluggish, dehydrated, inflamed, or poorly nourished, the mind will struggle to perform at its highest level. You cannot expect mental dominance from a physically drained system. Here's the hook: clarity is physical. Confidence is physical. Focus is physical. When circulation improves, oxygen delivery to the brain improves. When blood sugar is stable, your mood stabilizes. When your digestion works efficiently, your nervous system relaxes. These aren't abstract ideas, they are biological realities. Think about a day when you felt energized. Notice how quickly you made decisions. Notice how naturally you handled stress. Notice how much longer you could concentrate without distraction. That wasn't just willpower, that was physiology supporting psychology. Now imagine building that state consistently. Imagine waking up with a body that feels alive instead of heavy. Imagine walking into conversations with calm authority because your internal system isn't fighting imbalance. When the body feels powerful, the mind becomes decisive. When the body feels resilient, the mind becomes fearless. Stop separating physical vitality from mental strength. They are two sides of the same force. Strengthen the body intentionally and watch your thoughts sharpen, your reactions improve, and your performance expand beyond what you once believed possible. Let me ask you something bold. How many times have you reached for a quick fix, only to crash harder later? Energy drinks, excessive caffeine, sugary stimulants, synthetic boosters promising instant power. They give you a spike, a rush, a temporary surge that feels impressive for a moment, but what follows? The drop, the fatigue, the irritability, the burnout. Here's the hook: borrowed energy always demands repayment. Artificial stimulation forces your nervous system into overdrive. It doesn't build strength, it masks weakness. It doesn't create endurance, it drains your reserves faster. And over time, your baseline energy drops lower than before because your body becomes dependent on the spike. Natural power works differently. It supports rather than shocks. It nourishes rather than overrides. When you choose ingredients that enhance circulation, improve digestion, and stabilize internal balance, you're not tricking your body, you're strengthening it from the inside out. Think about a steady flame compared to fireworks. Fireworks explode brilliantly for seconds and then disappear into smoke. A steady flame burns longer, stronger, and more reliably. Which one would you rather rely on when performance truly matters? Sustainable energy is calm. It doesn't make you jittery. It doesn't make your heart race unnaturally. It builds gradually and lasts longer. That kind of energy allows you to focus deeply, perform consistently, and maintain control under pressure. Ask yourself, do you want temporary hype or lasting stamina? Do you want intensity for minutes or endurance for hours? Real vitality is built through respect for your body's natural rhythms. When you fuel it wisely, your system rewards you with stability, resilience, and strength that doesn't collapse when the artificial boost fades. Let me be direct with you. No one is coming to rescue your energy. No supplement alone, no motivational video, no secret shortcut will permanently transform your stamina unless you decide to take ownership of it. That might sound intense, but it's empowering, because the moment you accept responsibility, you regain control. Here's the hook. Your vitality is not random. It is a reflection of your standards. Every choice you make either builds energy or drains it. The foods you consume, the thoughts you repeat, the hours you sleep, the way you manage stress, even the conversations you tolerate. These daily decisions quietly shape how long you can perform, how focused you remain, and how confident you feel in high-pressure moments. Most people operate on autopilot. They react instead of choosing. They blame age, workload, or circumstances. But high performers ask a different question. What can I control today? That question changes everything. Because control creates power. When you decide that your stamina matters, your behavior shifts. You begin to fuel your body intentionally. You hydrate consistently. You move even when it's inconvenient. You rest strategically instead of collapsing from exhaustion. You protect your mental space like it's an asset, because it is. Energy is currency, and you are either investing it wisely or wasting it carelessly. Imagine treating your vitality like something valuable instead of something unlimited. Imagine guarding it, strengthening it, expanding it with daily discipline. Ownership is not about perfection. It's about awareness. It's about refusing to live passively. When you claim responsibility for your energy, you stop being a victim of fatigue and start becoming the architect of endurance, shaping your capacity through deliberate, powerful choices made again and again.